Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brendan, and I hope all of you guys are having a great day no matter where you are from, because there's a lot happening in the world of cryptocurrency right now. Most recently, we saw Bitcoin dominance fall to a multi-year low of 38.85%. This is actually the second lowest point that we have ever seen Bitcoin dominance fall to. And today I want to do a little bit of a correlation as to what happened the last time Bitcoin dominance fell this low and what caused that and where we could be at right now. Now, of course, we have a lot of other news happening, mainly in the form of FTX, because they were just littered through the news this week. They acquired a 30% stake in Skybridge Capital. They were forming partnerships with GameStop, and we have more crypto funding coming in every single week. We say this every week because it's important to note that crypto funding is on a historic rise this year. And we've talked about some surveys that have kind of highlighted this, but if you don't know, we've already received more crypto funding in 2022 during the bear market than we saw over the course of all of 2021 during the bull market. And so this one comes in the form of $300 million, and you guessed it, FTX name is slapped right on the front of it. So FTX making a lot of bold moves. They said that they had a lot of dry powder that they wanted to introduce during this bear market, and we can tell that they are most certainly holding to that because they have been just everywhere. Not only this week, but pretty much this entire year. But let's go ahead and dive on into what's happening over here on this Bitcoin dominance chart, and then we'll get into everything that's happening with FTX and what they're dipping their hands into here. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin dominance, what I have over here is a weekly chart, and we're actually going to zoom into a daily just so we can see exactly how far this fell. And so this goes all the way back to May of last year, so May of 2021. And we can see that Bitcoin dominance was seeing a lot of support down and around this area, each time just forming an ever so slightly lower swing low. And we've kind of held true to that method over here. We came all the way down to around a 39.6, then we came down to around a 39.5, then all the way down to a 39.1, and now most recently we came all the way down to a 38.85. And so with this pretty consistent method, we can see that there is a rhyme and a rhythm of, oh, hey, look at this, lower swing low, lower swing low, lower swing low, and we are dropping at roughly the same rate with a, give or take a little percentage here and there. And if we zoom outwards, we can see that the opposite kind of happens on the top side of Bitcoin resistance, where Bitcoin resistance has liked to cap out around 48%. And we saw that happen once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And this is kind of, as odd as this is, a channel for Bitcoin dominance, where it's just going from resistance to support. And I want to clear this chart up so that we can see this just a little bit better. But what we essentially have over here is a channel for Bitcoin dominance, where it can kind of just bounce in between, and not even that it can bounce in between, that it is actively bouncing in between. And so it's coming back up and down and up and down and up and down. And now I hope you're able to begin to see this range that Bitcoin dominance is playing. And so the opportunity of what this presents is maybe the opportunity to trade instead of maybe like Ethereum to the US dollar, or Matic to the US dollar, or Cosmos to the US dollar. Maybe this is an opportunity to play major altcoins paired against Bitcoin. And so there definitely is opportunities here that everyone needs to be aware of. And I'm a big advocate of trading things against the US dollar because that is what I transact in every single day. But there is most certainly opportunity here to be made for maybe pairing things against Bitcoin, which I haven't done in a couple years. Or I wouldn't say I've done actively in a couple years. It's probably a better way to put that. But the last time that we saw this kind of drop off and this kind of low point in Bitcoin dominance was all the way back in February to January of 2018, which was a pretty significant point because that is when, a lot happened, right? That's when we kind of started the bear market. But in 2017, we saw the real initial conversion and deviation from Bitcoin being extremely dominant of almost 95%, and it going from 95% all the way down to nearly 35%. And ever since then, we've kind of been in this healthy median land, this healthy balance, where as altcoin technology has continued to grow and as altcoins have matured and the user base has also increased, there has been this healthy medium where, okay, well, we were sitting maybe around like 60%. So we dropped 60%, we came up 30 more percent, and we were sitting in that happy medium in between 30 and in between 90, right at around the mid 60s. But what we saw is that with the last bull market, altcoin technology had significantly increased once again. And so if we zoom in, we can see the exact same thing that we saw happened in this bull run exactly 4 years later, from 2017 all the way up to 2021. We saw the exact same thing happen. A massive surgence in altcoins. Altcoin dominance was growing just like it did in 2017. Bitcoin dominance was rapidly falling during this bull market, and altcoin technology had significantly increased, as well as how many active users they had. And so this comes with the growth of Web3 and NFTs and play to earn and the metaverse and so many other kind of contributing factors. I would say DeFi was another really big one, if I didn't already mention that. But there's a lot of contributing factors here. And so the argument that we're making here is that, yes, while we are in this like sideways channel for Bitcoin dominance right now, what will happen during the next bull run? Are we going to see another leg down? You know, maybe it bounces here, maybe it doesn't, but it's bouncing at the moment. Excuse me, but what happens when Bitcoin dominance breaks this floor? Are we going to see another parabolic leg down in Bitcoin dominance, maybe into the low 30s for the first time? And that's something that very well could be possible, because especially with this merge event, what we have seen is that people are excited about altcoins. I mean, this is one of the most anticipated events to ever happen, and people are extremely excited about the merge and how it will affect Ethereum. And so it's very possible that maybe during the next cryptocurrency bull market, we see, you know, maybe this this kind of happy median for Bitcoin dominance, and then during the next bull market, or maybe even before then, altcoins could start taking off. Ethereum dominance could grow. Ethereum related categories could also grow. You could see a resurgence in what is happening in DeFi and what happened, because DeFi lost a lot of dominance during this bear market that we've seen this year. And so if any of those factors increase, we can most certainly see Bitcoin dominance drop below, maybe into the lower 30s, even high 20s. But I want to talk about what's happening over here on FTX as well. So if you're here for the news, this is what you're going to like to see. Now, crypto investor FTX Ventures takes a 30% stake in Skybridge Capitals, and Skybridge will invest some of the funds into crypto assets for its balance sheet. So big news here. I think the big takeaway is that Skybridge Capital is planning to invest some of their funds because of this into crypto assets, and they will now have crypto assets on their balance sheet. This just goes to show that crypto is continuing to make its way into traditional finance through a number of different avenues. In this video, most certainly through the form of FTX. And they're also doing this with GameStop. Now, if you don't remember, GameStop just a couple of weeks ago to a couple of months ago, GameStop launched an NFT platform. And their NFT platform saw really strong success, especially when you compare it to what happened with like Coinbase's NFT platform, or a lot of these other popular exchanges that have tried to launch NFTs and failed. GameStop came right out the door and had a lot of success. And so when I'm looking at this is something like maybe FTX is trying to expand their NFT market. And there's a lot of ways that they can go about this, but it saw a positive reaction from GameStop and FTX alike. So pretty much people all across the board are happy about this. The kind of partnerships that they can do are very vast. The terms of this deal were I believe closed doors as I was reading through this, but we're still trying to find out a lot of what they could do here. It's not public about exactly what they want to do and how they want to take this GameStop partnership, but there's a lot of avenues that they could go. I think the point that I'm trying to make here is that most common, or the most common opinion is that they would take this the NFT route, because that is what GameStop has primarily been dipping their hands into. And in our final form of the day, crypto startup Miston Labs raises a whopping $300 million in the FTX-led round. $300 million is no small amount of money. And FTX, one of the big things, and we talked about this at the beginning of the video, but FTX said that they had billions on the sidelines for this bear market that they were planning to inject and throw out, and their main goal was really to acquire. And they are dipping their hands into just about everything. One of the big things that we have seen is that they are extremely excited about dipping their hands into different kind of Web3 options. So as crypto is still in this bear market, we are seeing a ton of funding come in, and this is just another prime example of Miston Labs raising $300 million in an FTX-led round. So lots of money still coming into crypto. Crypto is clearly not going anywhere. If they are continuing to put their hands into traditional finances, they're continuing to see hundreds of millions of dollars in funding rounds. For me, this is all a sign that crypto is here to stay, and that it's, you know, definitely not going anywhere. Like, everything is seeing its ups and downs right now, and I think the big thing that people don't realize is that when you look at the stock market, it's pretty far down as well, and it is still not even recovered halfway back to its all-time high from when it fell and bottomed. So stock market's seeing some blood, crypto's seeing some blood. In recent days, we have seen a lot of green for both crypto and for the stock markets as well. So it's exciting times out there. I hope everyone does stay safe, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure you consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel a lot. And if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure you guys stick around, because we have another video launching this coming Wednesday, just not too far away, just a couple days away next week. But I hope you all did enjoy this, and I will see all of you in next week's video.